So you're talking about color or using light.
Yeah, yeah,
If you could show me what you're talking about, that way it would help
yep,
greatly, and I can understand.
yeah, exactly. Okay, so I think you can reinforce your pictures by kind of using the light on the texture even more. Like for example, I can see there is a light coming over here,
Mm-hmm.
but then on this surface it just gets too flat, maybe. So if I
Mm.
was you,
Yeah.
what I would do, like let me just copy this one, go to Photoshop, and you don't need to do much to be honest. It's a really quick tweak. So do a bevel emboss layer. Let's just paint something. Okay, so we're painting. Make it down, and then maybe you see these lines over here. They just need a little bit of like light catching the. You see what I mean? Like if you're
Yeah.
having light
Yeah.
coming from here, and because you need some kind of like highlight over the edges, otherwise it just looks too flat.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
once you put that light, like for example, you've got, as I can see, some really nice ornament going on this surface as well.
Mm-hmm.
And once you put that, you see then your surface is actually catching the light. You kind of doing it over here. I can see it. You see?
Sure.
You
Yep.
just need to
Mm-hmm.
a little bit reinforce it,
Gotcha.
a little bit stronger. That's the thing when I was like for example doing stuff for your lecture, I would watch the different titles and especially Catch Me If You Can. Like the way they use verticals to reinforce the composition is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
So
crazy.
you all you need
It's
to do is just
masterful
to
stuff.
unify it and to make it to multiply it and to have it everywhere where you actually probably would have it, because all of these panels they're kind of separated from each other. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
the funny thing is that most of the good stuff that you can introduce to a picture, it also reinforces your story as well for some reason. Like for example,
Mm-hmm.
I made those verticals, and what they basically do, like for example, if you delete this one, like composition wise, they also make your eye like this. They create this movement like this, right? Which
Yeah.
which enables you to reinforce the feeling of this big thing that these guys are walking in. It's so
Yeah.
cool. Like I don't know. Sometimes I'm so fascinated by the fact that the nature actually is the best storyteller ever. you know,
Oh yeah.
like you
Yeah.
you go
Absolutely.
somewhere and you see this beautiful landscape, and actually when you start to analyze, because it's beautiful because everything is perfect, texture, light, it just color, everything just tells the perfect story, right? And all we
Yes.
need to
Yeah.
do is just steal that knowledge from nature.
Yeah, basically, or adapt
Yep.
it to how we see it, because yeah, we perceive the reality around us, and I think that's what the really one of the things I really enjoyed from your class that I had to remember is that it's just more or less just thinking abstractly and letting my mind see
Mhm.
things that it normally wouldn't, so I can kind of, I don't know, use my imagination. It reminded me when I was a kid, I just, I wasn't drawing for, the school and the students to see or anybody else. It was just for me because I wanted
Mhm.
to. And when you're sitting there and you're just drawing for the sake of building a narrative, because when you're telling me your story, I was very much the same when I was growing up, just drawing all the different images and having fun. And that was really, a big part of my childhood, is just having fun drawing rather than any expectations.